So imagine him being at the bar and talking to like making new friends. And like, what happened? I got a whole other life back in, where are they?
My wife.
Pennsylvania. Oh, what happened? My wife, she
Talks.
So I just drove out here one day. Zoe, I wanted to talk about 5 things that I learned from Queens Gambit.
Let's talk about it.
Which is a show where an angry orphan plays chess real good.
Yes.
And I think that's the shortest possible description of the show.
Yeah.
An angry alcoholic orphan.
Okay.
Independent orphan.
Well, she doesn't become an alcoholic in the orphanage, but she does.
Right, but I think
This
it's
is
like
going to be such a spoiler
you're forever an
for
orphan.
everyone.
What? Why?
Because
Spoiler alert.
don't
Is there like a big
don't nose
twist?
at me.
Is there like the show will be ruined for you if you know?
No, but it's like part of the storyline. So she's not an alcoholic in the orphanage.
I don't think there's any way we could talk about the show without
This
talking
is a
about what
spoiler.
happens in the show.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, but we're not going to tell you how it happens.
Okay.
So we could tell you who wins, but you got to watch. The fun part is how it happens.
Yeah.
That's why there's not one episode of the show.
Okay. Keep going.
Here's 5 things I learned from Queen's Gambit.
Okay.
Chess is so boring that you could be zonked out on tranks and still be amazing at it.
That's true.
Zonked out on tranks.
Zonked out.
Okay. Did you have anything to...
It's true. But she also like OD'd on tranks in the orphanage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
that's-
always fucking
Yeah.
popping tranks.
Tranks.
I don't like that.
And not them drinks. But she does turn into that too. Okay.
What?
Never mind. Keep going. What's 2?
Benny,
Uh-huh.
the dude in the cowboy hat
Yes.
and the trench coat and the mustache,
Yes.
looks like a little boy dressed up like a man.
Yes, he does.
But also he's supposed to be 17, right?
Yeah, he's supposed to be younger. I think he's like in his 20s at that point, but yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Things were different.
Yes.
I can't see what I wrote here.
You can't.
Number 3, the makeup artist has maybe never been drunk, or what's the main lady's name? The queen?
Beth?
Beth?
Yeah. The main
Ben's?
character.
With an N?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Her name is.
Elizabeth.
You're talking about. I hate you so much right now.
Elizabeth. Okay.
Elizabeth.
Little break. And we're back. The makeup artist has maybe never been drunk, and because she doesn't really make people up to look like that. Oh, okay. So Beth gets drunk,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But the only way we know that she's drunk ever is that she is smiling or dancing or her hair is
Disheveled.
a bit disheveled.
Yeah.
But no, the only person who, remember when her mother died, spoiler, that person looked dead.
Yes.
So that was great.
Yeah.
But I can never tell
Well, you also have to
when the
remember,
characters were drunk or not.
she's like 17 in most of these things. So, you know, like she goes from being adopted at 13 years old into straight up going into like these tournaments.
Yeah.
And then,
There's no time to look drunk in between.
no, I mean, she was young. But how many young people look fucking, I mean,
I don't
yes,
know.
they look disheveled.
I would
but-
love to see photos
go-
of
yeah.
me drunk.
Yeah, same.
I don't know if those exist. And if they do exist, they were developed at a CVS at one point.
Maybe
you know what I
should
mean?
Call the CVS around your house and be like, do you think you could have these redeveloped?
Do they have copies of every picture they've ever...
No.
So creepy. What's that fucking Robin Williams movie? 1 hour photo or something where he bleeds out of his eyes or whatever. A little break.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, very weird. Very weird.
R.I.P.
It would be so weird. Dude, you know that there's old photo technicians that just have albums of your, of your shit in there.
My oldest sister used to work at a photo shop. And I can only imagine some of the shit that they saw.
Yeah.
Like developing photos and stuff like that.
So crazy. And all the boring shit.
And now everything is done digitally.
Thank you.
Did I say that right? Digitally?
Yes. 4,
Okay.
her stepdad abandons her because, and we find this out later, her mother, his wife, her stepmother, talks too much.
No, it's her adopted mother. It's not her stepmother. And yes, she does.
Yeah, that's what I meant. My bad. Her adopted father abandons the family because his wife talks too much.
Right.
That was grounds for divorce in the 50s or wherever the fuck they are.
Yeah.
60s?
Yeah.
60s probably.
Yeah. That's...
And he gets her a piano to try to, he says, I thought getting her a piano would stop the talking.
But she also played beautifully. And it did for a while she was playing. But what happens on the... what happens after or before, you know? Like, you're not going to sit there and play piano all fucking day long.
So much, I mean, these people don't have like phones or the internet. So they're just around each other all the time. But also, if talking was the breaking point, you've been together for how many years before you get married?
We're getting divorced. You talk too much.
Imagine having a podcast with someone and you couldn't stand them talking.
Well, Mike's talking again, guys. I don't know what to do.
So he like moved on business and then he just stayed there, right?
Yeah.
So imagine him being at the bar and talking to like making new friends and like, what happened? I got a whole other life back in, where are they?
My wife.
Pennsylvania. Oh, what happened? My wife, she
Talks.
talked. So I just drove out here one day and she called me and then we talked on the phone and it's more of the same. I just thought
I'm
that
done.
was...
I'm done with talking. Stop talking to me. I divorced my first wife.
And he was such a piece of shit. And he was like, I don't have a daughter.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I don't have a daughter. And it was all because his wife talked. Jesus Christ.
Imagine.
Anyway.
Can you imagine that?
He would have hated you, Zoe.
Oh my God.
Lastly, number 5. I think if you're a white, I think having black friends early on in your development helps you become a more socially mature human being. And so later on, when the piece of shit dad is like, take the house, and then he rescinds on his offer. And he's like, I never said it.
Yeah.
He talks a lot for somebody who divorced someone for talking.
Right?
That bitch is talking out of both sides of his mouth.
Too much talking.
So it's an old adage.
Yeah.
So, she has a African American friend from childhood, from the orphanage,
Yes.
and they reconnect later on.
Yeah.
And I think that contributed to how, because she handles herself really well in, I don't know what you would call them, like those weird litigation things that they had.
Yeah.
When they were talking to a lawyer in
Yeah.
between. She
Yeah.
just said all the right, she didn't even say that much.
Right.
But she said all the right things.
But she's also a math whiz. So she knows what. So she wanted to buy him out. And then he was like, you know, whatever, you know, the interest accrued on the house or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and she was like, it couldn't be more than blah, blah, blah. And he's
Right.
like, it is. I can show you receipts.
Uh-huh.
You know.
But then, like, the decision to be like, I'm deducting what I had to pay by myself to bury my mother.
Yeah.
That's like a, just so you know.
Yeah. I have receipts.
And that person's 17.
Yeah.
And so I think, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You got to know a lot about the world to make a decision like that.
Well, I mean, think about it.
Have some
kids that are in
experiences.
orphanages, like even now, like they have a different set of survival skills, you know, and they do things at a very different on a different plane level, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're.
She was how old when she got adopted? She was like a teenager.
Yeah, she was 13.
Wow. To be like halfway through your formative or just starting your whatever.
Mm-hmm. I like the show though. I like it a
Yeah,
lot.
it's fun.
Mm-hmm. What else?
No, I was just trying to think. There's a lot of things I want to say about the show, but I wonder if they're too specific.
Well, we've already ruined it for everyone.
No, I don't want to give away anything. She plays chess. You know what I mean?